welcome to Mommy Duties! For this week, I'm going to be talking about messy, fussy, and a frustrating eater. When they were 6 months, it felt like it was so easy. They ate whatever you wanted them to eat and whenever you wanted them to eat. And now it's like day and night. So I'm going to be going over some advice and some methods that helped me to get Christopher to eat. But before we get started, let's do word of the day, where I teach you a word in Spanish and in sign language. The word we're going to learn today is eat. In Spanish, you say comer. And in sign language, you're going to make a mouth with your fingers and bring that towards your mouth and tap. Eat. Alright, let's go ahead and get into it. Your 6-month-old is now a 16-month-old who doesn't want to touch their food or eat their food. It's funny how a lot of toddlers go through this stage in their life. You're not the only ones. I'm here to tell you that you're not alone. A lot of parents are in the same boat, and I'm here to tell you that it's normal. My doctor told me after their first year, they're going to have a normal weight slowdown. You notice how your baby was gaining so much weight from the 2-month stage to the 4 months to 6 months. They were gaining about 2 to 3 pounds every doctor's appointment that you went to. Well, they have to put on the brakes or else they'll be weighing 100 pounds by their 2nd birthday if they kept growing at the same rate. We don't want that. And now the toddlers have learned to walk, run, climb. So the last thing they want to do is sit down for 30 minutes to eat their lunch. And now they have realized that, hey, Mama's gonna feed me for dinner, so I don't have to eat right now because they'll feed me later on anyway. But advice number 1 would be, don't push them to eat and don't force the spoon right into their mouth. And I have to admit that I have done that. Studies have shown that if a toddler isn't forced, a healthy toddler eats all the food that they need to grow. And they won't develop eating or weight issues. Advice number 2 is, start to think spoonfuls and not platefuls. They only need a small portion. I know as parents we think that they need to eat like us, like a whole plate. Put less on their plate, that way they don't feel overwhelmed with such a big mountain full of food. Advice number 3, let him be the boss of his own appetite. I know you want to be in control and force them to eat, but their appetite changes from day to day, week to week, month to month. So they'll eat broccoli one day and love it, and the next day it's like poisonous to them or something. You'll be so proud of him one day because he ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He ate everything that was on his plate. But then next week it's a different story. He won't even want to touch it or look at his food. He can be going through a growth spurt and want to eat so much, and their appetite increases. But another week he'll be teething and won't want to eat at all. So you let him decide if he's hungry or full. And that benefits both of you. It benefits you as a parent because you won't get frustrated during mealtime, which has happened to me. I've gotten so angry and so frustrated at him because he wasn't eating what I wanted him to eat, and that caused him to be frustrated, and that just made him not want to eat at all. If I were to be calm and patient and just let him eat what he wants, he knows the point of where he's hungry and where he's full. That way mealtime will be more peaceful for them and they won't see it as a burden. And if you let him be the boss of his own appetite, it benefits him. When he grows up, he'll have a healthy attitude towards food. Advice number 4 is expect mess and fuss. Your little one mealtime can kind of seem like it's playtime for them. You'll be squeezing the juice out of the orange slice that you gave them, or just tossing around the cereal on the floor, and who has to clean it up? You. So there's ways that you can minimize a mess, or you can minimize them making a mess by serving a few bites on his plate, and once he's eaten that, if he does, serve him a little bit more. If he sees a whole mountain of food on his plate, he just wants to pick it out and make a mess. So if you have a little bit at a time, that will create less mess. Another way you can get less mess is by distracting them, by getting those busy hands occupied. Give him a spoon, that way he's distracted trying to get that spoonful of food into his mouth. Another way is by communicating with him. Talk to him like he's an adult and he'll be into the conversation. You'll be surprised. They want to be in the conversation. The handy dandy plate mat that doesn't slip, it's kind of just stuck on the table, that helps so much with creating less mess. Another way is realizing that there's going to be mess regardless. They're just little they're not babies, but they're just little people trying to learn how to get food into their mouth. So expect mess. And what you can do is put newspaper underneath their high chair or paper towels. That way you can just rip it off, take it out, throw it in the trash, and you don't have that much stuff to clean up. The last method, which helped me so much, is don't make it a big deal. If you yell no, or if you roll your eyes at them, or you just moaning and groaning, they're gonna want to do it more, which is Annoying, I know. But if you notice, if you say no to them, they do it more. Isn't that weird? They're manipulating you. So just ignore the situation. And at the end of mealtime, get them to clean up with you. That way they realize that, hey, I made a mess, so I have to clean it up now. They're not gonna like it. So at the end of the day, just realize that they need time and practice to get the hang of getting food into their mouth. I know you will, and I did too, that you'll get frustrated that they have more food on the floor than into their tummy. You just want to feed them. You're just like, okay, enough is enough, no more self-feeding. I'll just feed it to you. And what that does is they get used to that. They get used to you feeding them. Just realize that they'll eventually learn, and it's not going to be the end of the world. It's just for maybe a year or so that you have to deal with this messy and fussy eater. But at the end of the day, you're going to be raising a child who has a healthy attitude towards food, who's going to be independent, and won't have eating or weight issues. And make sure to have patience. I know it's easier said than done because trust me, it took me a while to learn. Alright, that's going to be it for today. I hope you found it helpful, and we'll see you next week. Bye!